Hey guys, it's me Keisha, and I'm here with this week's Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9, Episode 14 review. The episode begins with the ladies meeting up for breakfast, and Stacey relays to the ladies that it's a hard day for her because it's the 4th of July, and she cries because this is the first holiday that she's spending not as a family with her husband and daughter. Her daughter sent her a a video message saying how much she missed her and everything. So it's just really hard for her, which is understandable because this is her new normal now. And so everybody just loves on her, even Giselle let her touch her. And I realized this the one thing me and Giselle got in common. We don't like to be touched. We don't like to show affection. Don't like to hug. Like, gross. Like, I can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Don't touch me. All of my family and friends know I don't like to be touched. Don't hug me. If I hug you, you know pigs are flying. Like, no ma'am. Mia apologized to Jizzy for what she said about her daughters. And she explains that maybe her first apologies weren't so good. Maybe they were a little bit rude and wasn't said properly. And Giselle tells her that, she was off put by that because it was something that she shared with her in confidence, and she never thought that it would be something that she would bring up and hold against her. But she accepts her apology. Now, it got me wondering, did she know at that point about the W word? Because I don't see Giselle forgiving her for calling her daughters the W word at that point. No. So maybe it is still just they'd gotten into it because she brought it up about the little girls sneaking boys in. I don't think that the W word stuff has been said at this point, because I firmly thought it last week's. But now seeing Giselle accept her apology, I'm like, nah, it couldn't have happened yet. It couldn't have happened yet. So Wendy suddenly gets a message and tells Keiarna, did you know that Deborah is countersuing you for $7 million? And I holler because this is just so ridiculous at this point. Because Deborah, you not getting no $7 million. And I don't know what Keiarna thinks she gonna get, but it ain't gonna be no millions. If anything, she probably get maybe about $10,000 or something from the girl. Who knows? But it's just so ridiculous at this point. It's just laughable. And Keiarna says she ain't worried about it neither, child. So as everybody's gathering to go on this boat ride, Giselle asks Ashley, is she okay? And I was like, why the hell you asking Ashley, is she okay? And she was like, no, because I just feel guilty because I was the one that brought Deborah into the group, and it just makes me wonder, do I have poor judgment when it comes to people? And I'm like, yes, abso-freaking-lutely, you do. We could have told you that first season. Your husband, poor judgment. Giselle, y'all being friends, poor judgment. Dating this little boy, poor judgment. Being friends with Deborah, poor judgment. Like, your mama out here sleeping in tents. That ain't your fault, but poor judgment, okay? No, ma'am. That kangaroo restaurant you and Michael had up here selling kangaroo meat to people, poor judgment, ma'am. Absolutely not. And she then says that she now thinks like she might have ruined Keiarna's proposal because she said that Keiarna had told her that she and Greg were going on a Paris trip last year, and that she thought that this was going to be the moment where he proposed. Then the fight happened, and that might have changed the whole dynamics of everything. So now she feels doubly guilty. But Giselle was like, you can't fault yourself. It's not your fault. Da 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 da. Now, I caught Keiarna in a lie because prior to this, when the whole group was sitting and having breakfast or whatever, she said that old boy took her to Paris to help her get away and cried out after the fight and just to, get her mind off of everything. She said it like he was the one that paid for the trip. It was an impromptu situation. But according to Ashley, she knew about the trip. It was already planned. Because when she said that, after the fight, he took me to Paris just so I could get away and all of this stuff, I said, you paid for that trip. That man ain't paid for no trip to Paris. He run a nonprofit. How he got money just to pack up and take you to Paris? No. A man like him got a plan. A couple of months. Okay? So I called cap on it. And once again, I just don't see it for Keiarna and Greg. I just don't. But she goes on to say on the boat that she thinks 2 months into them moving into their new house that they're going to get engaged. I can't wait to see if this has happened because she said by February of this year, they should be engaged. Okay. They just filmed the reunion. So I can't wait to see if she's already been proposed to or if she's still waiting. I feel like if he was going to propose to you, he would have been did it. And if he was going to propose to her during that Paris trip, that would have been the perfect time to propose to her, to show her how much you love her, that ain't nothing like this going to get between y'all in Paris. She, quote unquote, is down and depressed and sad. What better thing to do to lift her spirits and to show that you ain't going nowhere and that this is forever than to propose at such a pivotal time in her life. So I call BS, like, cause once again, you giving him the cow and the milk and everything, and he ain't got to pay for nothing. Y'all already done bought a house together and moving in together. Like, what makes you think that he has any initiative to propose to you? You already taking care of his kids, working for him and everything else. I just don't see. I think she's settling, but hey, it ain't my life. That night, while they're on the boat, it's revealed that Jacqueline watched Mia and Ink smash. Then they go on to talk about how Mia got Jacqueline started when she first met her baby daddy. She was acting scary, so she got the party started. She says she don't see it for the dude PP like that, so I'm assuming they must have been kissing on each other or something to get the mood going. They didn't show everybody how they kissed, and I'm tired of it. I'm so tired of this. I'm so sick of it. It's nasty. It's nasty because it's them two, and it's all they talk about. Like, is y'all whole friendship based on schmecks? Like, did y'all ever watch Babysitters Club together? Like, what is going on between y'all? Can we get stories about y'all woke up on Saturday mornings and watched Saved by the Bell? Like, girl, I am sick of it. Like, it is really tiresome. It's taking down the value of the show and the franchise. Like, I feel like every time they get to talking, like I'm watching a video on the Corn Hub. Like, I'm sick of it. If I want to watch Girl on Girl, I'll go on there. I don't want to see this manly man and this promiscuous woman constantly talking about their schmexapades with each other. How y'all like to, Mia took you into voyeurism and you was scared at first, but now you're into it, and you didn't watch her and she didn't watch you, and y'all done shared this peen and that peen, and y'all done did this and that together. Like, I'm over it. Like, please stop. Because God knows y'all been around the mulberry bush several times. Gross. Like, I'm sick of it. Please make it stop. That night when they getting ready for dinner, Ashley goes into the bathroom with Jacqueline as she's getting dressed and tells her that she's surprised she ain't got a kiss from her yet. And I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. Is everybody in heat on this trip? What is happening? So she up here begging her for a kiss. They kiss. Obviously, at that point, they wanted to get to ripping each other's clothes off. But they restrained themselves. I wouldn't be surprised if they bumped monkeys that night. And Jacqueline like, please don't tell me. Is she going to be so mad? She going to be so mad. Of course, that's the first thing that Ashley does when they go to dinner. She tells about the kiss. And Mia was like, all I got to say is hoes ain't loyal. Ashley just took the easiest available meat. She was pissed, honey. She was so jealous. And Ashley was like, well, she said I was a better kisser. And Mia Thompson lies because I've kissed more than what you've kissed. And everybody was like, now, wait a minute. So you mean you kissed a cootie cat? Oh, really? So then they tell Ashley and Jacqueline to kiss again and get it on video. They kiss again. They give each other 2 kisses this time. And I'm like, why don't y'all just have a threesome? Why don't you? Let's just go ahead back to the villa. Turn the lights down low. Let Mia put on a strap on and y'all just get it popping. Because I'm sick of y'all. Like, oh my God. The last day of the trip, they tell Karen that she'd have missed out because she got to breakfast late, and they tell her that Jamal is getting married and that they asked Giselle how the girls feel about his fiance, and she was like, they don't know her. They only met her twice. And I'm like, how you getting married to somebody and your kids only met them twice? Like, I understand that they're teenagers going on to college, but still, don't you want your fiance to have a relationship with your children, all 12 of them or however many you got? Like, that's weird to me. And Giselle was like, he always introduced her as a friend. Now, I know is he a bishop or is he just still a preacher minister? I don't know. But since he's a man of the cloth, I know he can't be going around like, this is my girlfriend, this is my girlfriend, but they can still date, right? They just not supposed to have premarital schmecks, right? But anywho, so Wendy asks, do you think y'all look alike? They do look alike. Giselle and that lady do look alike. They do. And Giselle was like, no, I've met her. I've seen her in person and she's not in my league. And I was like, that was nasty. That was mean and unnecessary. It's giving jealous. Like, what you mean? Like, that was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. It was an unnecessary dig and it made you look petty and little. It really honestly did. And to be honest with you, despite her being just as country as you are, I think she's prettier. Sorry. Before they depart, Wendy asks Mia about why is she going to Atlanta and not going to go pick up her kids, considering everything that happened. And Mia was like, my kids are fine. They're having so much fun swimming and running after chickens and stuff and milking cows and riding sheep. And they want to stay. They're fine. You know, they're in good hands. And everybody was like, okay, girl, you know, we might not have done that, but, you know, it's your life and your kids. And Mia in her confessional tells him, my oldest son is in Atlanta. I actually have a basketball game to go to, you guys. Girl, that is not why you going to Atlanta. You specifically said, what, night 2 of y'all being on a trip when you was on phone with Ink, you said, I might have to make a stop in Atlanta to come give you some of this Panamanian P. You had no intentions on going to see your son. You had every intention on going to see Ink. Girl, stop. You ain't worried about them kids. You ain't a bit more worried about them. So don't sit up here and try to act like you are. Stop. You're a liar. Stop it. I'm going to give this week's episode of Potomac a C-. It was pretty much a filler episode for me. Next week's episode looks like it's going to be really, really good. Let's talk about what y'all thought about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.